Have you ever really, truly stopped to think about what's standing between you and, everything nature can throw at us? Today, we're looking up. We're talking about the unsung hero of your home, the roof. We're going to break down what it's up against, and trust me, you don't need to know a shingle from a gutter to follow along.
So let me just start with a question for you. What is that one thing, the single most important component that is working 24/7, all day, every day, to protect everything and everyone you care about from the outside world?
If you're thinking my roof, you are spot on. But here's the thing you might not realize. Your roof is in a constant, invisible fight just to keep you safe and dry. And today, we're going to pull back the curtain on that battle. Okay, let's dive right in.
Now, to really understand what our roofs are up against, we're going to zoom in on a case study from a place with some seriously extreme weather. This is going to give us a super clear picture of the forces at work on your roof. It doesn't matter where you live, and it'll help us appreciate just how hard that silent guardian is working.
The source material really nails it here. Your roof protects everything you own. Just let that sink in for a second. It's not just about keeping a little rain out. We're talking about protecting your memories, your family photos, your sense of security itself. The stakes are huge.
All right, so now that we know what's on the line, let's meet the villains of our story. Who or what are these relentless forces that are constantly trying to break down your roof's defenses?
Okay, our first attacker is one that might actually surprise you, the sun. And yeah, a sunny day feels amazing. But for your roof, that sunshine is a relentless and incredibly destructive force, especially in certain parts of the country.
Our case study takes us to Federal Heights, Colorado. We're talking 5,292 feet up. That's over a mile high. At that altitude, the air is thinner, which means there's way less atmosphere to protect your roof from the sun's harsh UV rays, and those rays can just wreak havoc. So how does the sun actually do damage? Well, you can think of it like this. The sun's UV radiation is basically baking the asphalt in your shingles, day in and day out. Over time, that cooking process makes them brittle, weak, and way more likely to crack. It literally shortens your roof's lifespan. That roof that was supposed to last 25 years? In a high UV area, you might only get 18. That's a huge difference.
But wait, the sun isn't working alone. Oh no, there's another, sneakier force at play. And it has to do with something we all see every day: temperature changes.
In a place like Federal Heights, it's totally normal for the temperature to swing 40 degrees or even more in a single day. You can go from a warm, sunny afternoon to bundling up for a freeze in just a few hours. It's wild.
And all that expanding in the heat and contracting in the cold takes a massive toll. It's like bending a paperclip back and forth again and again and again. Eventually, you know what happens? It's going to weaken and break. For your roof, this constant movement loosens nails, cracks the important seals, and creates tiny little openings just waiting for water to get in. So it's not just the slow, steady attacks you have to worry about. You've also got the big, dramatic, in-your-face threats, like powerful storms that bring hail, high winds, and ice.
A big storm is basically a 1-2-3 punch. First, you get the hail, which is like a machine gun firing ice bullets that can literally puncture your shingles. Then you've got the wind, which is strong enough to get under those shingle edges and peel them back like the lid of a tin can. And finally, you get ice damps. That's where melted snow refreezes, forcing water up and under your shingles, right into your attic.
Okay, so that all sounds pretty intense. How in the world do you know if your roof is starting to lose the battle? Well, there are a few key warning signs you can look for, and the good news is you don't have to be a roofing expert to spot them. These right here are the red flags. If you see those little granules in your gutters, that's literally the protective skin of your shingles washing away. If shingles are curling or buckling, they're getting old and brittle. And if you see a water stand on your ceiling, well, that's a sure sign the enemy is already inside. These aren't just little cosmetic issues. This is your roof screaming for help.
But hey, it is not all doom and gloom. Not at all. The good news is that roofing technology has come a long, long way. There's a whole arsenal of modern materials designed specifically to stand up to the absolute toughest conditions and win this war.
One of the most important things to know is the Class 4 impact rating. Now, this isn't just marketing fluff. It is a brutal, standardized test where they drop a 2-inch solid steel ball from 20 feet up onto a shingle. It's basically a crash test for your roof, and it's how you know your shingles are tough enough to handle serious hail.
And this lays out the trade-off perfectly. I know what you're thinking. Class 4 sounds great, but it must be expensive.
And you're right, it does cost more upfront, but they last longer and, get this, they can actually save you a ton of money on your homeowner's insurance. So you're not just paying for a tougher roof, you're making an investment in long-term savings and, most importantly, in your peace of mind.
Okay, so you've spotted a problem. You know there are better materials out there and you're ready to call in a professional. But what should that process actually look like? Let's demystify it.
A real professional process should be an open book. It all starts with a super thorough inspection, with photos, so you see exactly what they are seeing. Then, when they get to work, they're careful, protecting your property and cleaning up. And when it's all said and done, they walk you through the finished job to make sure you're 100% happy. No surprises, no mysteries, just quality work.
So what's the one big takeaway from all of this? It's really simple. An inspected roof is a protected home. When it comes to your roof, being proactive is everything. By knowing the threats and spotting the warning signs early, you can catch small problems before they turn into huge, expensive disasters.
Your roof is your home's shield. It's the first and most important line of defense. And now that you know what it's up against, you're in a way better position to keep it strong. So the next time you're outside, just look up, give it a little nod of appreciation. It's working hard for you. And maybe ask yourself, what other silent guardian of my home have I been forgetting about? Thanks for watching.